Hey guys, what's up? Today we'll be reacting to a video. Before I go full screen, let's just check who it's by. LEMMiNO, and top 10 facts from Valve. So hope you guys enjoyed this reaction video. So yeah, get into it. I will turn the volume a bit down.
Valve Corporation, formerly known as Valve Software, was founded in 1996 by Mike Harrington and Gabe Newell.
Yeah, I was going to say a lot of the GABEN.
In 1998, the company released their first game, Half-Life, which ran on a heavily modified Quake engine called Gold Source. Half-Life became an instant success and is today widely considered to be one of the greatest games of all time. Aside from the success of the Half-Life series, almost every game Valve has developed and released.
So I have Portal, I've played Counter-Strike, the CSGO version, I've played Team Fortress 2, that is free now. I haven't played Left 4 Dead or any of these. I've played Dota 2, but I didn't really do anything, and I've never played Day of Defeat.
Sense has become a critically acclaimed video game franchise. Up until Half-Life Episode 1, this image of a man with a valve in his left eye can be seen when you start up any Valve-made game.
With Portal, that happens, but instead of the guy on the screen, it's like a guy with a valve on the back of his head.
And
in Portal 2, it's the same guy, but he turns around to look at the camera.
Actually a photo of a former Valve employee. However, since then it's been replaced with this image instead. Both photos were taken sometime between 1995 and 96 when Valve was first founded, but the second guy remains unknown. An employee at Valve has said that they simply picked a random guy from the street and brought him into the studio to take the photo. Thus, no one really knows who this man is. And while on this topic, the music you hear while this image is displayed,
yeah, that's like iconic music for any
it's actually an original soundtrack from Half-Life. Before he co-founded Valve, Gabe Newell actually worked for Microsoft for 13 years and helped to produce the first free versions of Windows.
So Gabe Newell, the creator of Steam, I don't know if you could hear him, he worked for Microsoft. I never knew that, I just thought he started the company one day.
Windows 1, Windows 2, and Windows 3. Just kidding, Newell would never release a third anything. He actually worked on Windows 1, 2, and 2.1. I wonder if this is where his hate for the number 3 was born. In other words, the reason Episode 3 or Half-Life 3 haven't been released yet is Microsoft's fault.
That is a very good point, because as you know, the Portal series, Half-Life series, Team Fortress series, a lot of fans of them games, they're waiting for a number 3. So that does actually make a very good point there. So, Windows, sorry, just for that, I just did it again. So, he worked on the early version of Windows 1, Windows 2, and then Windows 2.1. They didn't work on a number 3. I just did it again. I'm actually being weird now. But as you know, Gabe and Valve Software have only made Portal 1, Portal 2, Team Fortress 2, Team Fortress 1 Classic, Team Fortress 2, Half-Life 1 episode, and then Half-Life 2, and then all the episodes after it, Left 4 Dead, Left 4 Dead 1, Left 4 Dead 2. So that makes a pretty good point there.
Electronic Arts, or EA, is these days known for being the worst game company out there. It's due in part because of their tendency to buy big video game studios just to release a shitty sequel or in some other way destroy a popular franchise.
That is very true, EA. They're very money hungry. And, Star Wars Battlefront 2 came out this year and this year and last year, so somewhere in between. And I think Battlefront 2, as you all know, I mean, I know a lot of people that actually do like it, but I know a lot of people don't actually like it because of the it's just got unnecessary. I mean, I like the gameplay of it, but I think a lot of people prefer the others because easy to navigate. There wasn't really anything like the cases, like they kind of like supply drops from Call of Duty. And I think it's just more of a remake of the original Star Wars Battlefront. I mean, with a campaign, of course. So I know a lot of people don't like that, and just the unnecessary add-ons. I know with Battlefront 1, the add-ons were pretty good. You had Jakku, you had like Lando Calrissians, Cloud City, Death Star, and a lot of other stuff. And they were actually quite good, but Star Wars Battlefront 2 and all the other games, like, they have Sims, they have a lot of expansions for it, so...
Examples are Maxis, DICE, Westwood, BioWare, and Pandemic. And a horrifying thought is that Valve could have been on that list as well. In late 2012, EA offered to buy Valve for $1 billion. It would have been the largest acquisition by EA so far. But, luckily for us, this never happened because Newell said Valve would rather disintegrate than to ever sell out.
Very true.
The promotional Meet the Team videos for Team Fortress 2 are actually more than just fan service or game promotion. Newell has said that the videos serve as experiments in the movie making because the studio would prefer to do a Half-Life movie themselves. However, last year Valve announced that they had talked to J.J. Abrams about possibly making a Half-Life or Portal movie. What ends up happening?
I would really enjoy a Half-Life or Portal movie. Instead of just making like a live action version, well, no, they can make live action, but it's kind of like all the test chambers. I don't know which of them when they would do it. Portal 1, Portal 2, whatever, and it'd just be like, I would say Portal 1 because it's kind of short, and they could actually do that because it's, number one, the game's short, and the test chambers are pretty good. It would be easy to put into film, like an hour and a half or like even an hour. You could CGI some of the cores from it, GLaDOS and other stuff, which is I would find really good, and I would pay to see a Half-Life or Portal movie.
Remains to be seen, but it looks like we will somewhere down the line get a movie based on a Valve game. Unlike traditional jobs where the employee is given a desk and a set of instructions from a manager, those working at Valve don't have a manager. As outlined in the handbook given to every new employee, hierarchy is great for maintaining predictability, repeatability, and managing a large number of people. But for one of the top entertainment companies on the planet, telling an employee to sit behind a desk and do one specific task kills most of their creativity. As such, workers get to select which projects they want to work on, have the power to greenlight new projects, and even release new products.
That's pretty good.
A year before Half-Life 2 was released in 2004, Valve was actually hacked. The hacker managed to download the entire source code for Half-Life 2, and not long after, the unfinished game was found on BitTorrent sites all over the internet. Soon after Valve had noticed the leak, they managed to track down and get in contact with a German hacker. After doing so, Newell tricked him into thinking Valve wanted to hire him, but in reality he would have been arrested by the FBI upon arrival. Before any of this happened though, the FBI alerted the police in Germany and the hacker was arrested in his home in 2004.
That's pretty good.
The online gaming service Steam was launched in 2002 and would later replace their previous service, World Opponent Network. As of 2014, Steam has over 3,000 games, 75 million active users, and around 75% of all PC games bought online are downloaded through.
Right. So as you can see, there is a wide variety of games here. So you got 2 Modern Warfare 2s for some reason. Portal 2, Final Hours of Portal 2. What else? Just picking out the ones I know: Skyrim, Fallout New Vegas and stuff. Whatever they are. Got Deus Ex, all the Counter-Strikes, Dark Souls, Crisis 2, Armor 2, DayZ, Mass Effect, Max Payne, Mafia, Left 4 Dead at the top, Mass Effect there too, Star Wars at the bottom. So they have a pretty good wide variety of games, including the ones around now.
Steam. However, over 35% of all registered Steam games have never been played. So if you've ever looked at your library filled with hundreds of games and you still hear yourself thinking, I have nothing to play, you're not alone. Valve actually have a working Team Fortress 2 sentry gun and a portal turret. And by working, I don't mean that they straight up fucking murder people, but rather working as a life-sized prop. It moves and can track your motion, it has a built-in camera and even plays sound effects from the games. It's been known for a few years now, and even confirmed by Valve themselves, that Source Engine 2 is in the works. A few images of levels remade in the engine has also been leaked, and most recently it seems that the latest update for Dota 2 is actually using some form of light version of the engine, but so far there's no official word from Valve. Another interesting piece of evidence came from a tour at Valve HQ. A few fortunate gamers were given a tour around the office, and while taking pictures, this photo was taken. It's a little blurry, but if you look closely, you'll find two very interesting things. First, Source 2 is mentioned, but also Left 4 Dead 3. And if you take L4D3 and remove the letters, what do you get? Numbers. And what can you do with numbers? Math. And what is math good for? Subtraction. 4 minus 3 is 1. Remove the letters from Source 2 and you get 2. What is the opposite of subtraction? Addition. 1 plus 2 is 3. Half-Life 3 confirmed.
Okay, I was going to stop it there. But hope you guys enjoyed this reaction video. Thanks to LEMMiNO. Completely his video, none of this was me. But yeah, now you're gonna be triggered. Never mind. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this quick reaction video. Obviously, I will be reacting to other videos. So yeah, see you guys in the next reaction and/or gameplay video.